most dangerous thing about smoking is the fear of smoking. What would you choose? Constant f8 for the rest of your life or the constant ISO 25600 for the rest of your life? I posted this question in my YouTube community thread. I wasn't online like 2 weeks ago. That's due to removing. I moved with my girlfriend together and we tried to move in our new flat, but there was water damage in our new flat and we are currently in another flat far away from where we wanted to live, and we have now half of our stuff in a storage room, and that's some kind of catastrophe, a little bit more catastrophe for my girlfriend than for me. I can handle the situation a little bit better than her, but that's why we had a lot of stuff to do, and I had not much time, and I have currently now with my girlfriend together and her son and my daughter a 3-room flat instead of a 5-room flat, and that's why I have now an external office, because the housing company, our Vermieter, then I said to him, I need an office, and he told me, yes, you will have an office. I mean, our Vermieter handles all the costs, the extra costs we have now, that I can basically afford an extra office right now. It's a co-working space, which is pretty cool. And in not more than 2 weeks, I'm in Lefkada again, in Greece, and I am on family vacation again. And I hope I can make in Lefkada maybe some nice vlogs and maybe answer some questions like how to photograph the sunset, how to make with a cheap drone a professional video, because I have pretty cool Lefkada Greece videos, and I want to teach you a little bit how to make amazing content with cheap gear. And my last vacation in Lefkada was with my Lumix GH5 with the 12 to 60 millimeter Leica version lens, with a pretty nice lens, and that was the GH5. That was actually my first vacation I could afford from my videography life. That was 2 years ago, and I took basically all my money I had, which I didn't spend in gear, because I made of course more money than this vacation, but usually I spend all my money in my company. When I make maybe, let's say, back then was it like 1,000 euro for a video, I spent 1,000 euro on gear, which is easily done. But this was the only time I spent maybe 1,000 bucks on a vacation. But I could afford this vacation from camera stuff, and I hope you are able soon also to do this, because it's amazing when you can afford a nice vacation from your work, from your hobby, from your passion. And that's also my case now. We're going to the exact same place, to the exact same people. We rented the exact same apartment, the exact same room, but this time I have a little bit more pocket money with me, and I have a little bit better camera, but that doesn't matter. Vacation is nice, and I'm from Europe. I like small beachwear. I don't like to wear these long shorts, etc. I want to show that I'm a man. I like small swimwear, like hot pants or speedos, and even thongs. I like this very much. I think it looks pretty cool. You can be a straight dude with a child and a girlfriend and wear some nice beachwear. I like that pretty much. That's a little hobby of mine. And this underwear currently I wear right now is from Joey Snyder. It was actually a gift from Joey Snyder. I made some photos from this underwear for their website, which is pretty cool, I think. And I think it costs usually around 45 euros, and I think that's pretty cool. 90% of the people on the beach wear these boring long shorts, and my girlfriend likes that pretty much when I wear tiny beachwear and cool beachwear, which you don't see very often. I think that's pretty cool. What do you think about it? And due to my underwear hobby, I had the opportunity to work with a pretty cool company once. That was last year, and I made for them in the studio 6 hours shooting. I made for them 150 pictures, and so I made in 6 hours work in the studio, and don't tell this to the company, but I worked only 2 hours, 2 days on the edit, maybe let's say in total 10 hours, and I made, what was it, 4,700 euro for 6 hours shooting and not more than 2 days of work. But then 4,000 something euro is amazing for this amount of work. Some people spent 2 or 3 months earning this much money, and I was pretty lucky to have this job. It was a pretty cool company. The underwear company is called Spitzenjunge. Man, this vlog is all about underwear, but I think it's kind of a for me, is a kind of a rebellion against the normal scheme. I want to express myself, I want to be a little bit unique, and I want to be different. That's cool. Do you think bumblebees fly to the fact that they used some kind of anti-gravity stuff? I mean, some scientists believe that the bumblebee flies actually with some kind of levitation because the animal is too heavy for flying and etc. I don't think particularly this is true. I don't know. I studied 3 years physics. I don't know if it's true. I think air works a little bit different when you are such a small animal. Then the air around us works more like a liquid, and then aerodynamics works far more different than just downscale this giant animal, this giant insect with these tiny wings that works a little bit then different in this small environment. I don't know. That's the theory I have. Sure, is there something that Victor Schauberger meant when they talked when he talked about resonance and the flow state and etc. and matter and etc. Hutchison experiments, Google Hutchison experiments. That's interesting. Yeah, what else is going on? I have a lot of stuff to do. Luckily, I don't depend on YouTube. Luckily, I don't have to have a lot of followers. Luckily, I don't have to have a lot of Instagram followers or a lot of TikTok followers, and I have almost no brand deals. I have sometimes a little brand deal, and that's completely cool for me. I recently discovered I could completely live without any social media. I don't need social media for anything. I'm a company. People find me through my website, through my Google ads, and I can live 100% without social media. And I often thought, well, is it maybe cooler to become a YouTuber and to live only from YouTube, to make my own videos? Sure, that could be cool, but I think it's a little bit more of a challenge to work for people and to make videos for others. Because making your own videos, you are the worst criticism of yourself. How is it said? Some people judge their own videos pretty hard, but when it comes to YouTube, a lot of people think they are the most amazing YouTuber, blah blah blah. But I think when you are a freelance videographer and you work for a lot of other people, you have to have a little bit more skills, because you have to work for some people. You have to have some editing techniques in your repertoire that you can offer some people. You have to have some filming stuff in your repertoire. Sometimes I have to film sometimes in MP4, Full HD, 8-bit, and it has to have the exact amount of brightness for the editor. They don't want to have a lot of color grading. I must film perfectly. They are maybe not the best editors, and they want me because I know how to film something, how to expose a footage that it looks immediately right. And yeah, sure, you can purchase a camera which can shoot vlog 6K. My S1H can 6K vlog. I had never a client that wanted 6K vlog footage. I had clients wanted 4K all intra vlog, sure. But many clients want fast turnaround times, and they want fast to edit footage. They don't have the time for a long color grade, etc. That's the truth when you work. You have sometimes the most amazing camera, ultra amazing tools, but sometimes people hire you because they want fast footage, fast turnaround times. That's sometimes more important. HD, I film in A mode. The exposure metering is in A mode. I don't use an ND filter. The autofocus of the S5 is much faster when you use a faster shutter speed, because the contrast-based autofocus system works that it reads the screen, and when the refresh rate of the screen is much faster, then the autofocus is better. The autofocus works pretty good when you have a professional lens, the 16 to 35mm f4. And the beloved screen wobbling, I turned on now the electronic stabilization and the video stabilization boost, and when you now move the camera, you have these wobbly edges sometimes. Maybe that looks a little bit weird or strange, but sometimes when I use this, I forget to turn it off, and when you then make a YouTube video with this setting, this electronic stabilization, video boost stabilization is not meant for vlogging. It's not meant for I move the camera a lot. It's meant for stable shots like this one. When I hold now the camera in my hand completely still, I don't move the camera a lot, the electronic stabilization stabilizes the picture pretty good. That looks almost like a tripod, and that's meant for this. I now turn it off and see you how this lens behaves without the electronic stabilization. So IBIS boost is off, electronic stabilization is off, in-camera body stabilization is on, and when I move now the camera, I think that looks far more natural. You have now also somehow the true 16mm. Sure, when I disable the in-camera body stabilization, then I have a much more shaky footage and an even wider image, but that's how it looks when I have my arm completely straight. And yeah, the edge wobble is not so much anymore. You can still see that it's 16mm and it's image stabilization, etc. But I think that looks completely okay for YouTube. I don't even care sometimes for YouTube what settings I use, because sometimes there are these YouTube videos and there are this YouTube videos. And if you have seen my last YouTube video where I uploaded this little short film that's shot also with the Lumix S5 in 4K vlog, and I color graded pretty extensively and in 10-bit, etc. That's a completely different vlog style. If you want to have a follow-up video about this video, how I color graded this, how I edited this, then maybe write it in the comments. But for now, I have no idea what I should talk to you now. Yeah, I like my life, besides of the fact that I could not move in the flat where I wanted. We are currently, like I said, in a completely different area of Berlin. For my girlfriend is it far more worse than for me. And yeah, but we handle the situation. It takes about 1 month till this water damage is solved from the company. And after our vacation, we can move to our new flat. Then I have my own office, my own YouTube studio, 5-room flat in Berlin. 100 square meters, 2 bathrooms, heated floors everywhere, balcony. That's pretty nice. And yeah, a little bit of flexing here from this German YouTuber. So see you in the next video.